Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are across this great wide world of ours. I haven't done a video on entitlements in a while, and I was doing today, I was with family on Easter Sunday. Yesterday, I was taking one of my kids back to school. Sorry about that, but my throat's very dry this week. So I've had a busy couple of days, but when I'm thinking about all this, I'm thinking about entitlements. And there's this, there's still this prevalent uh, existence of people that believe that they are entitled, and to I don't know what they're entitled to. And I've seen this uh, in the last few weeks. I take a lot of mass transit, and I used to work for a nonprofit, and I want to create a wellness center. And the issue that always comes up to me is certain people feel entitled, and when they feel entitled, they lose focus of the situations that rise around them and not aware of other individuals because they're so focused on themselves and not necessarily on the consequences that may arise around them. Case in point, uh, I notice this very frequently when I get on mass transit in Cincinnati that will get on will try to get on the bus when people are trying to get off the bus, and it's the thing where they're so entrenched into their own world, and I call this entitlement or narcissist philosophy. They don't realize that people are getting off the bus. Like I said, there was this elderly lady that was trying to get off the bus, and people were trying to get on the bus. But well, she was trying to get on the bus, and he was saying this created a big fiasco, and people had to stop, help her get off the bus, and move forward. Um, I noticed this a couple of weeks ago when uh, there was another elderly gentleman that was on the bus, and I was waiting to get on, but then he had an issue that he couldn't get out of the seat, and people are just getting off the bus and not helping him to get up off the seat of the bus. Needless to say, once everybody had cleared out, I got on the bus and helped him get off the bus. But there was like 20, 25 people that went by him, and he's yelling, "I can't get up! I can't get up!" So, and people just were walking by him. So, there again, this is this what I call this narcissist or entitlement aspect in life. Well, I'm not. It's not my responsibility. It's not my. And I often think of the song Ohio that was written by Neil Young, and and the thing that sticks out in my mind about that one verse is, if you knew she was gone, would you care? And it was like that's the point about that. And then the other thing I always think about is Under Pressure, which is done by Queen and also by David Bowie, that were they both talk about in the lyrics. Sitting on the fence doesn't work. You can't sit on the fence. You have to come a yay or a nay on something, because really sitting on the fence just reaffirms acceptance. And this happened in what we call uh, Germany, under Hitler, and today, and when we think about these things, it's like um, saying nothing at all is a form of acceptance. So uh, I tell people you have to stand for something, because what do you stand for? And I can also think of the musical Hamilton, where Alexander Hamilton in that musical says, or you have to stand for something, or you got to take a stance either one way or another. You can't ride the middle of it. So this becomes an issue with people. And I think that's the issue with our political system right now, too. The people stick their finger up in the air and figure out where the wind is blowing, and we reaffirm our belief about things. But the consequence of out of this is I call it, we got inflation, but I really also believe we're in a situation where, there's not good jobs that exist out there. The United States has become a service-oriented company, or company, but a service-oriented nation when it used to be high in industrialization and making products here. But now we've become very service-oriented. So the good-paying jobs no longer exist, and you can hear, you know, people talk about, well, the jobs went overseas, but they're not. They were paying less than they were paying here. So it's all about what I call the industrial military complex, where we'll send F-16s and tanks to Ukraine while the people in the United States suffer. So there's a issue there that I honestly believe that we have to look at. And I was talking in my other video that we really need to clean house or take care of our house before we can take care of other houses. And under the political strife right now in the nation doesn't help that situation either, because the fact of the matter is we are too polarized right now in what we really need to do. We're looking at two candidates that we had 4 years ago, and when you think about it, are these the best two possible candidates that the United States could run? And it's like back to back. It kind of reminds me of the late 1900s and what is called the Gilded Age, where you had for a series there one-term presidents, and then you had you had Cleveland, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, back to Grover Cleveland, and it's the same type of issue where it's a disconnect and not really necessarily looking at what is the best for the American people and the best for we need to be bending fences and building bridges, and and we've had the integrity, we've had the knowledge, and we have the know-how. We send a man to the moon. We've got the technology to where we can and would and able to make the changes that are necessary. And like I said in my other video, I talked about the Bureau of Indian Affairs and about the water quality on the reservations, and that how we as a nation have let apathy take over and acceptance for low standards. Case in point, like I said, we're looking at the same. We're looking at Joe Biden and, uh, and Donald Trump as our presidential choice. And in my mind, I think, is this the best opportunity? Is this the best choices? And shouldn't we move things more into a building bridges and building integrity and building a lot more on coming up with ideals that will respond to where we're not so self-absorbing and we're not into this narcissist society, that we look at our brothers and sisters and try to take care of our brothers and sisters and not necessarily say, what's this in for me? Not in my backyard, as I call it, NIMB. Those are kind of the philosophies that we're dealing with right now, because it's all this narcissism. And the United States is known for this because we're not a collectivism society where we look at that. Some of the Eastern countries such as China, Japan, look more into the issues of collectivism uh, rather than individuality. Not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying we're at the point, we're at what I call that fork in the road, is where do we see the growth and the only way you're going to grow is be more aware of your surroundings and not too self-absorbing and not too narcissistic. So these are just some food for thoughts about uh, where we're at and where we need to go to create a better society. Anyway, please feel free to comment, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build both channels up. And please like and subscribe. I do have books on Amazon that are self-published. Working on another book, and then, like I said, I'm working on something a little bit more intense again. So please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments at bthomasmillerpsych@gmail.com. Uh, Feel free to reach out to me anytime, and have a great day. Bye.